Hello everybody, this is Mayoa. I'm a member of New York Networkers Group, Meetup Group. As you can see, I think I have it on the browser. Yes, I do. Alright, so I'm a member of New York Networkers Network Group, Meetup Group, and I'm making this video to um, show you how to connect to the GNS3 labs. I noticed in the last labs we had that some people had trouble connecting to the labs. So that's the video. Now I will be providing, or I'll add the details in regards to lab. This particular lab we're going to be having on the 8th. I think it's 17 or 18 routers. So there'll be enough routers for everyone. Now, two things you'll require to connect to the lab that's essential is, one, you need the public IP address, which will be provided, and the router assignments, which will also be provided, router port assignments. Now, to connect to the GNS3 lab, you'll require Telnet. So I'm going to make two demos. One using a terminal client, a terminal window to connect using Telnet, and another using a Telnet client on the Windows machine. For those who do not have Telnet installed as a client, Telnet as a client installed on their Windows machines. Please note that most or newer versions of Windows do not have Telnet installed by default. You will need to do that manually. And if you do not want to go through the stress or mishap of installing it, you could use Telnet clients called Putty, and you could use Super Putty. Now that will be in the second video. Let me just go ahead and demonstrate how you connect using the terminal windows. Now, if you're using a Linux or Unix-like operating system like Mac OS, Ubuntu, Fedora, Red Hat, CentOS, they're a huge mix. So if you're using any of those, all you have to do is get a terminal window. Okay, here's mine. Open the terminal window and type in the command Telnet, the public IP address. In this case, I'm using a private IP address because I'm trying to connect to a local lab, and the router port number assignments. Now, in this case, I have to decide which router you want to. I have to decide which router I want to connect to. Now, let me see. I do have the port number assignments here, so this is how you're going to see it. I apologize, I did not format this appropriately, but it will be better formatted next time. But just an example like this, route 1, the port number is 2101. Route 2, the port number is 2102. Router 7, the port number is 2107. So that's the way it is. And so you just have to decide which router you're going to connect to, or which router you're assigned to, and you can work from there. Now, let's see. Let's connect to router 7. All right. Let's just make it interesting. Connect to router 7. Before I do that, so the port number is 2107 in this case. Before I do that, let me just make sure the lab is up and running. Alright, I can see that all the routers are running, they're all on, so I should be able to connect to that. Okay, and take note again, it is Telnet, the public IP address, in my case it's local, but you'll be provided a public IP address, and the router port number assignment. In this case for router 7, the port number assignment is 2107. Okay, let's connect, and just like that, I'm in router 7. Config T, you can see, so I can type in all my commands and configure or troubleshoot the lab. Now, this is an advice for those who are running terminal Windows. You can do the same command goes for Windows. If you have Telnet installed, especially if you have like a Windows XP, I think Windows Vista, I do believe some of them have Telnet, or allow you to run the Telnet command on the command line. The only thing about it is the command line window only allows you to maybe open one. I think you might have difficulty managing multiple windows, because example, this lab is 17, contains 17 routers. So imagine you having 17 windows like this open. Let me minimize this so we can focus on what I'm talking about. Okay, you need to minimize the browser. Here we go. So I'll minimize the browser too. Alright, so just looking at that, it's going to be difficult managing 17 windows, separate windows, and of separate Telnet sessions. It's not manageable. It's always advised that you use a terminal window that allows you to have multiple windows, or multiple windows in like a tab format within the same window frame. And in this case, for the terminal I'm using, it allows me to do that. You can go here to edit. No, I guess it's file. Open tab is Shift Control T, and just like that I can create a new tab. Rename this to, let's say, router 9. Router 9. Let's connect to router 9 here. So that'll be Telnet. The IP address that'll be provided. Take note, it's not this IP address. It wouldn't work. It's a private IP address. It's not routable. So I'll be providing a routable IP address, and the port number is 209. I know this by heart. So that's R9 is 2109, and connect to it. So this way I can actually have multiple Telnet sessions. No, let me just open maybe a few more. Control T, or Control Shift T, Control Shift T. See, I can have multiple window sessions. Name them, and it's easy to manage this way, so that if someone tells me, okay, let's go to router 9, I'll just have to click on the tab 9 and I can see what he's typing, or I can easily configure it. That's why I would advise you to do that. Now, my favorite terminal window is console, and that's this one. It's named console. Now, I do not know if console is supported in Debian, or it's, well, I know. Wait, hold on. I don't know if some console is supported in like CentOS or Red Hat, but I do know that we do have console in Ubuntu and I believe Fedora. So just in case, look for a terminal application that allows you to run tabs. That's just all. That's really what you need. Mac OS, you may have to search. I'm not too sure what would be used for that. All right, so that's the basis of really what I wanted to show you all in regards to connecting to the lab. Remember, it's Telnet. Let's do it one more time. Telnet, the IP address, and the port number, which is the router you want to connect to. Let's say router 1. Yeah, let's try router 1. That's 2101. Always advise you. I would advise you always look up the router and the port number assignment before you connect to it, so that way you're connecting in the right window to the right router. In addition to that, this actually automatically renames the tab for me, but yeah, you can always run with this and manage your lab session. Now, in the exam, in the CCNA exam, you would not have this tabbed terminal windows. Most likely it will be single windows separate from each other, but you will not be required to have multiple console windows up and running. So that's just the advantage. That is manageable, but 3 is manageable. When you start having 20, 15, 10, it becomes becomes a bit awkward. Alright, so if you have any questions, please feel free to send an email to the group, and I'll try and reply to it. Otherwise, someone in the group will reply. Thank you.